Coach, would you mention a few times kind of how you've been happy about you haven't allowed a whole lot and you haven't given the other team much? Is that kind of a product of not having the adjustment that maybe you had a year ago at this time where guys were learning a little bit of a new defensive system?
Could have been. I just think there's more accountability on everybody's part that you can't play the game high risk and expect to win consistently. It doesn't work that way. So if you're a team that is consistent in trading chances or giving up odd man rushes, you don't give yourself a chance to win. It's just the way it is. And I think our older players this year have kind of grabbed hold of that, and I think they have a better understanding of that. You're never going to play a game that's clean of odd man rushes against or some high danger chances against, but I think there's a better understanding now that no matter what team you are, if you want a chance to win, you have to make sure you don't hurt yourself. And if you're not paying attention to those things, that's where it often comes into play.
Is there also maybe sort of more clear of an understanding for like back checks and reloads, who, like whether it's the forwards or the D that are responsible for who eat the opposition on the ice? Like, do you feel like there's a little bit better of an understanding of this?
Not in my opinion. I mean, I would have said yes if we were talking about our D-zone coverage, because that was different last year. But when it comes to your back checking, that's just a work-based thing for the most part. So it fits in a little bit to Pat's question that there's certain things that allow teams to win and there's certain things that don't. And back checking and keeping a tight gap is a work-based thing that will put you in a position where you're not hopefully defending as much, but they're hard things to do, but they're things that will give teams an opportunity to win.
In that D zone, you are seeing that better understanding of shared responsibilities there?
Totally, yeah. I mean, and as I said before, we focused on a few things this year where we put a lot of attention on certain areas. They understood what we were trying to do there. Now we tried to get them focused on certain things to do it quicker, to do it harder. They understand trigger points a little bit better, so it probably a year under their belt has helped there for sure.
We have a pretty tough decision right now to try and decide on between Kirkland and Rooney.
For sure. Like when Runes is healthy and ready to go, I mean, he's back practicing with us now, so he's close. Justin's done a good job. You want guys to come up and make decisions tough, and he has most definitely done that. So whether it's chipping in for the odd point or goal, or like I chatted with him on the ice today, it's about the other things that he's doing that are allowing his line to have success. Like he's content for the most part to put a puck behind a defenseman and forecheck hard. And I've talked about Lomberg as a guy that's driving that a little bit for the line, but Justin's been consistent with it. So done a really good job, and he is making it difficult for sure.
You talk about accountability. It seems like Nazem Kadri is one of those guys who, sure, he made a bit of a mistake in overtime on Saturday, but you know that's a guy who probably isn't going to make it again.
It won't make it again?
Yeah.
I hope not. And that's, hey, like I mentioned with the odd man rushes, you want to limit the turnovers, you want to limit those chances against for sure, but they do happen. They're part of the game. It's how you respond now is the most important thing. So you expect the response out of him and response out of his team. That's just the way I look at it.